Okay, so welcome back. I'm doing a little bit of cleaning at the moment. Early knockoff Friday, so I thought I'll get a few jobs done, which is really good. And sort of tidying up a little bit. Going to top up all those food and the pink mineral powder for Big Leo, because he's in here getting a little bit anxious. He's like, come on, waiting for that fresh new food to come in. It's coming, buddy. So these little babies in behind there. We'll probably have a better look at these ones later on, over the next few days anyway. We'll lock that one up. I've gave this one a bit of a clean out too with a nest bowl. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. I do have one cockbird that I might want to try and just breed 2 babies from before we send that one off to one of my mates who actually bred me a whole bunch of birds. He bred me those 8, and we're going to send him one of those Cassat cocks. In the meantime, I was thinking about maybe pairing him up and putting a round out before we do that, so that we can keep those 2 babies here, because they are similarly related to my other one here, that one there. But we'll have a look at him later. I might get him in tomorrow's video, because we might just set him up in that box anyway, because he's a beautiful, beautiful bird. But I thought, oh, maybe we should get a round out of him to keep, because I got 1 round out of him, but we sent those ones to Meadows, 1 loft race. But it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I'm just thinking I'll give you some more updates on that one tomorrow. I think it was something I was thinking about today at work. Let me just take off my little tie thing I've got there. Not ideal, but she's got to be close. Like, I've noticed that some people are starting to get their pataya rings already, and they're starting to get them on their birds. Hopefully I can pick mine up this weekend. I'm really hoping she's close to laying, so I'm hoping that she will lay within the week. Say long as we get the eggs off this hen within the next fortnight, we should still be able to get birds over to Pattaya. So we're going to get birds there anyway, but this has been a bit of a push, because obviously we had to bring the cockbird over, pair them up, all this kind of muck around. We might be there. She's looking like she is going to lay. You can see how puffy she is in the back there. She's hanging around the nest. She probably won't lay today, but I'm expecting it over the weekend, so hopefully she will, because I tell you what, they are going to produce some really, really good looking babies. I'm pretty excited, but we're just going to have to wait and see what happens. With just fingers crossed it tees up really well. But we're not losing out, because we do have 2 eggs in under here, and then we've got another one down the bottom there. So we've actually got 3 babies that should be hatching in the next week, which worst case we'll get those through anyway, because those 2 eggs under there are her eggs anyway. So but when she was paired up to 83, and those babies are pretty nice, so we've got options. I'm not, we're still going to get birds away, but at this point we've got those 3 and then maybe 2 more there, but we'll see how it all pans out. It's kind of been a rush this year, because it's, like I say, it's not as easy for us in Australia with these trying to time up the rings that they send out. So what kind of bird do you reckon this one is, hey? A lot of people last night, I'm kind of leaning towards this one being a slate. I don't know what everyone thinks, but to me that's the way it's looking. I've never bred a slate before, and I've never owned one, but this is a very uniquely coloured pigeon. It's very, look at the face and around the eyes and everything. It's in the colour of its feet. It's very different. So I'm hoping it's a slate, because that's just a colour I haven't had before. And the fact that if one of our birds carries that gene to breed it, I'll be pretty happy. So it's either a slate or it is just like a real sooty dark checker. But even in saying that, it's still a really nice looking colour. So yeah, we'll wait and see, but make sure you put your comments down below. Let me know what you think. If you've bred slates before, and if that's a slate, you tell me, because I'm pretty excited if it is. We do have the other ones here. They are pretty close to weaning out. They're only wee little tackers, but they'll do all right. They're very small, these birds. The mother and father are very small too. Where is the mother? I think this is the mother here. That's one of them, hen there. Where's the cockbird to them? He'd be here somewhere. Oh, there he is there. He's the one that we thought was a hen, so he's kind of henny looking as well, and little. So it's going to be interesting to see how those turn out. And then that one down there should be hatching shortly too. She might go down on eggs again, which will work out well. She's a really good mother, so like fostering floating egg underwise, she's going to be really handy for that, because she's a breeder. I tell her babies, they just want to sit on eggs at 3 months old. They're unreal. They mature so quickly. So come on, girl, let's get some eggs. Get back in that nest. Good girl. Come on, big boy. I'm so excited for this one. This has to work. It's going to be such a tight timing, but it's got to work. Come on. Okay, let's have a look what these breeders are up to, because we're pretty much done in here as well. Got both those sections. Hey, Little Shock. Well, you're not Little Shock, you're Junior Shock. What are you doing down on the floor? I can't keep this little fella in the nest box. Come here. He's actually a really nice little bird. He just wants to do what he wants to do. Look at this little guy. So this is Little Shock. I'll just call him Junior Shock, because we had a Little Shock, but yeah, anyway. You need to go back in your nest bowl. Oh, no, he wants to go in that box. I don't think that's his box. That's definitely not your box, mate. But they don't know any different, which is fine. I think a lot of the babies are on the floor at the moment. There's one there. I think there's another. Actually, no, they're starting off on the perch there. So a lot of the babies are going on the floor, and the parents are not sure who's who, and they're feeding everyone else's babies. So there's New Moon there. She's looking really good. I don't know what she's having a bit of a peck around. She wants some snorty seeds. That's the problem. These are some of the newer ones we got from Melbourne. They're starting to look really good, especially some of these little hens. There's one of the older hens from that bunch. She's a nice little hen too. Oh, there's one there too. That's the nest mate to Three of a Kind. I can't remember what that one's name was. I'll have to have a look. Where's Three of a Kind anyway? He's in here somewhere too. He's hiding. Oh, there he is, right up the back there. It's a bit hard to see. Here he comes. So I'll get him away from the back there so we can have a look at him, because he's looking, actually both, because they're nest mates. Come here. He's just a bit of a cheeky one. Come here. Come on. Let's put you up on the perch. He's starting to look really good. The camera doesn't do him too much justice, because it's kind of like a wide angle, so it kind of makes him look a bit like a goose, a bit long on the neck, but he's actually not. He's quite a muscly little bird. And the nest mate to this one too is really nice, even stockier than this one. But this one I would say is a cock, because he's already starting to chase hens. But yeah, I'm very excited for this one to see how he molts out. He's still got a lot of maturing to do, but it's going to turn out to be quite a nice pigeon. So I want to definitely get some breeding done out of this one this year, and really test the babies from it, because I'm pretty excited. Hey, there's a Maverick. Huh? He's molting. You got feathers coming out of you everywhere, you scruffy. He's not like himself. He's going through those grumpy teenage years, so he's running away. These two here are 83 babies. I just put them over in this side because I'm just not sure if I want to put them in with a lot of the other babies just yet. So I've got them over here and they're weaning out. Is that Three of a Kind again? You just landed on my head. Let's go over here and have a look, because we're nearly done breeding. And we can really start setting these sections up to how I want them, which is probably just older birds in here. Like these two will go in here because they'll be racing. There's quite a few of them. Oh, there's New Moon. Look at her. Let's have a closer look at her. She's starting to look like she's going to be a beautiful little hen, but she's really starting to fill out a bit now, and she's starting to put a bit of shape on, and she's starting to molt quite well too. So she's starting to get some nice coloration. She's not as dark as what I'd like, but she's going to be, I'm really excited to get her breeding this year and test some babies. And we got Storm here as well. She's just chilling up the top there. She's having a little bit of a break. She hasn't done too much breeding this year, so we'll definitely utilise her next year. That's one of her sons actually. That's 007. He's just relaxing. He's paired up in here. That is one of his babies. Yeah, I think so. It's just at the moment there's babies all the same age, and all they're doing is jumping in and out of the nest boxes. So she better not be laying again. She's probably thinking about it, but this is a nice one too. Look at that one. That's a nice little baby. And he's pretty much ready to come out as well. His nest mate's this one, which is the one with the white flights, which is interesting. But see, he's still a little bit behind. You see he's still got a lot of feathers to molt out there as well. Come on, Shock Junior. Come down to your section. This is where you're meant to be, in there. And this little baby here too, which is like a blue bar, but it's like almost just a one bar. See how the barless is almost pretty much wiped out that second bar? The barless genes that I have are so weird. This would never be a barless anyway, but it's a split barless. So it's all like it's for some weird reason it wipes the bars out. The bars are almost non-existent. So it'll be interesting to see how that molts out. But that is a split, so it will breed barless if bred to another split or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see how that one turns out. But that's the only split that we've bred for quite a while, and we may pair her up with the split cock that I've got in the other one very soon anyway. Anyway, I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow. I want to fly these birds, and I'm going to move all those new birds that we got the other day in here, so they should have quarantined by then. They're looking really happy and healthy, so let's get them moving, let's get them in the air. See you soon.